Beginning of my video. Boom!
Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring Land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer!
Hello,
Hello, Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things. It was over in a snap.
We really want it. Alright, we'll be nice.
Only you can be a Patreon.
Oh my gosh!
Yo, it's crazy.
You don't need to follow the show to be hyped.
Real quick, I just want to run down real quick on my top 10 Hollywood films because we made this list. This is not going to be a long breakdown of each film. I'm just going to give you my list from 10 to 1, and you'll give your list from 10 to 1, and then maybe later on we'll make it into an actual video. But I just want to end this video, not just on this, but near the end on this. So I'm going to give you my 10 to 1. These are the films that I love the most. These are the films I grew up on. These are my favorite films as far as what I still watch every year, sometimes twice a year to this day. And I've got 3 honorable mentions. One is Wyatt Earp, Kevin Costner. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Unbreakable from M. Night. Check it out with Bruce Willis. And then Dumb and Dumber is my other honorable mention with Jim Carrey. Favorite comedy of all time. Number 10 is a classic American film I watched a few years ago, Psycho. That's my number 10 favorite film of all time. It started a whole bunch of craziness, started the whole twist. It's awesome. Number 9, Dark Knight by Christopher Nolan. Excellent, best Batman film out there. It's a great film. Number 9, don't get mad at me because it's not higher.
Wow.
8, this is one of my favorites as a kid, Hook with Robin Williams about Peter Pan and Dustin Hoffman as Hook. Great film. If you haven't checked it out, you got to check that movie out. Number 7, Infinity Wars. That's my favorite of the Marvel films. Is number 7. It's the only Marvel film on my list.
Wow.
Number 6 is going to surprise a lot of people, especially you. But this is a very impactful film for me, and my inspiration for being into movies. Yes, Prestige is awesome. Is Dances with Wolves. Love that film. Another Kevin Costner film. Great acting. One Best Picture. It's the storyline that Avatar stole from. It's a great storyline. It really affected me a whole lot. Number 5, Indiana Jones. The first one. They're all great, but the first one's my favorite. Number 4, Back to the Future. One of the most fun films of all time. Love time travel movies. This one really is better than Endgame as far as time travel movies. This movie I can rewatch over and over. It's so much fun. Number 3, I love this film. It's my number 3 film, Karate Kid. I love the Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita. I love the story behind how they produced the film. I love the Cobra Kai series on YouTube.
Johnny Lawrence!
Karate Kid is my number 3 favorite. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. You know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and that's my favorite Star Wars film. And my number 1, you probably know it, Rocky with Sylvester Stallone. For me, that really got me into movies as a kid. I watched them over, all of them. I put them all together as a kid a million times. I couldn't stop watching it. Those are the movies that really shaped my love for film and helped me learn about movies. And those are my top 10.
All right.
Thanks
Honorable mentions. I'm going to give you guys 3 honorable mentions. Training Day, Denzel Washington. Watch it. One of the best portrayals of a bad guy. Back to the Future. Again, I grew up with it. And then how I was an 80s child. John Hughes, The Breakfast Club. I love The Breakfast Club.
Yes. Real quick,
Yep.
I just have to mention our oldest son. So Nick got our kids into watching some of these movies. Like our 2-year-old watched Hook forever. She loved Hook over and over and over. But our oldest son watched Back to the Future, and then he started telling everybody, "Do you know who Einstein is?" And they're thinking, yeah.
Right.
And he's like, "No, he's a first-time traveling dog." He was telling everybody Einstein's a first-time traveling dog. I was like, wow.
All right, well, here's my order. Silence of the Lambs, number 10, one of the most horrifying movies of all time. I was like, I can't. Oh, this
Will not watch.
Weird film.
No.
Rocky's my number 9 film.
Number 9.
Number 9.
It's on there. I'm glad
it's on there. T2, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, first big blockbuster I could think action. The Matrix, somebody asked about it earlier. The Matrix. The Matrix was one of those movies that really just changed, you know what I mean? How cinema was done. It really just, it was the smartest movie I had ever seen at that time. So The Matrix. Pulp Fiction, number 6. I mean, come on. It's Pulp Fiction. Tarantino, how could you not put Tarantino on your list? Number 5, this is where the friendship may get a little hurt right here. Return of the Jedi. Only one. I couldn't get it higher than Return of the Jedi.
Lost my respect right there.
Return of the Jedi.
Lost my respect.
Number 4.
Kill Bill, too much blood.
Number 4, Goodfellas. Come on now. Goodfellas is one of the classic crime movies of all time. I love Goodfellas. The Godfather, my number 3 movie. Come on. Pacino. That's why Pacino, De Niro. Pacino, The Godfather. Godfather 1. Number 2, The Dark Knight Rises. I love The Dark Knight Rises.
Number 2.
That's my number 2 movie of all time. Let me tell you something. I'm a comic book fan first and foremost, and I love Heath Ledger's performance of the Joker.
Wow.
It was just such an amazing movie. And for me, my number 1 movie of all time, again, recency bias, but again, comic books, Avengers Endgame. Bro, I cried during that movie like 3 or 4 times. I told you, biggest movie of all time. So for me, that's my list. It doesn't mean it's the right list, guys. That's just my list. Again, there's some bias in there. You notice, like 4 or 5 of them are all bad guy movies. Goodfellas, Godfather, Silence of the Lambs. What else is a bad guy movie in there? Pulp Fiction.
Every movie in there.
I blame you,
So-
Tone.
Shawshank is an awesome
It
movie.
is
There's
good,
so
yes.
many that I know I left out. Shawshank is awesome.
I was not
also awesome.
invited to this top list of things. Like I am seriously offended. No.
I was agonizing over the list,
No.
honestly.
So I'm gonna make up my list right now, on the spot, and it's only gonna be 3 movies because I'm on the spot.
Epic
I'm-
fail for a husband.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not the most organized person. let's just say
Sure.
that.
So I'm just gonna say top
Jody list,
3.
they're asking
I know,
for.
because I'm trying. Well, I'm trying to think now.
Unforgiven's
because
great. She's not on my list.
Pressure.
It is. The pressure is on.
Joker's
so
awesome. Not on my list.
I'm only gonna do 3, and Nick's gonna laugh at me. So as a kid, I loved and watched over and over, and I still love it to this day. The
gosh.
Secret of the Ronin-ish. It's an awesome movie. The Secret of the Ronin-ish. You gotta watch it. It's
What?
about Ireland and
Please check it out, and then please comment on any video you want.
it's amazing.
What? I don't even know what
Number
that is.
2 is Austin Land. It's all about.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's hilarious.
Austin
It really
Land.
is. It's hilarious.
funny.
It's got Jennifer.
She's a huge Jane Austen fan.
Yeah. What's Jennifer? What's her last name? She's the funny lady in the Bend and Snap.
Yeah. I
From,
don't know her last name.
Legally Blonde.
Coolidge.
Is it?
I don't
Is
know.
it Coolidge? Maybe it is. Anyway, so Austin. It's
She's Stifler's mom in American
she's
Pie.
Stifler's mom. Yes.
Stifler's
yes.
mom.
Enough
So,
said.
and they say in Austin Land, like she came up with all of her, she was impromptu with all her lines, and she
Really?
just cracked you up. It was a good book.
Okay.
It was the only movie that I will ever say was better than the book. So Austin Land.
Justice for Jody.
But thank you. But number 1 is Like Crazy. I love Like Crazy. It's an indie film,
Right.
and the director just had certain main events that he wanted to happen,
Mhm.
but everything was ad libbed. Like they just made it all up on the spot,
Wow.
and you really feel like the first time I watched it, I was like, it kind of feels like they're just getting to know each other and they're actually falling in love. And then when I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, they really are. But I love the ending. The ending is real. I am so sick and tired, and I love Jane Austen, but of reading novels where it's like there's all these problems and it just all ends in one fell swoop. They're happy ever after, they marry, they love each other. It's
The
not
end.
real. Like sometimes you just gotta break up, or sometimes, but I like the ending because it ends in such a real way. Please check out Like Crazy.
Okay.
It's awesome.
So before I lose the few fans I have,
No,
let
come
me defend
on.
myself here. She is what we call the talent, okay?
No,
And she's gonna step out for a
because the
second.
doorbell just rang. I'll be right back.
But Jody, we call her the talent because she brings in the audience and she has great perspectives on different things. But when it comes to movies, me and her don't have a lot of conversations about our favorite movies. We
Right.
talk about it all the time. So when we talked about top 10 lists, first of all, I didn't know she was going to be here the whole time, which is awesome. Second of all, I didn't think that she really wanted to give
Well,
a top
she's
10
more.
list.
And we clown.
She loves books.
She's a thespian. She's always reading books.
She loves Indian films
Yes.
and trailer reactions. She loves all the stuff she does on the YouTube channel.
Right.
But you'll notice she's not on the first maybe 50 videos until she said, hey, can I be a part of it? Of course you can. I know you wanted to be.
Absolutely.
So my bad. Next time we will definitely have her do her list and everything. That's on me. But anyways.